Buenas noches a todos. Welcome back to Tom Plays EUIV Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Spain and we're hopefully moving an army into South America. Although I'm just thinking we're expecting an uprising somewhere here as well, aren't we? So it might be worth bringing the army over to deal with that at some point. But yeah, the main reason is that we have a bunch of claims on this land. We also have a bunch of claims on this land, and Portugal took them before we could, so I'm trying to move things along. I think we're actually, hopefully, finally at the end of the scripted Dutch rebellions. So we only have to worry about these normal rebellions. Which again is not great. We're also excommunicated, which I did look into, and apparently it goes on until our ruler dies. So hopefully we will come out of that relatively soon. Seeing as Francisco is 63 now. So I believe we should end up with the Papal State having a positive opinion of us as soon as he dies. They no longer have us as a rival, so hopefully that will happen before they decide to rival us again. We have a royal marriage with Prussia, although the ruler's only 23 years old, so probably won't come to anything. So yeah, that's where we're at really. I guess we're just waiting for the army to arrive. Hopefully I haven't sent them too far. Okay, oh yes, and we also annexed the Knights, which is good. And we have formed the colonial nation of Tierra Austral. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got a choice now. In some ways it'd be good to get New Zealand, simply because I think Australia itself is more likely to colonise the mainland. And we do have the ships to do it. Also, I think people tend to get in range of New Zealand first. Trade crisis. Right, let's try to alleviate it. And yeah, I think let us begin inhabiting New Zealand next. We're going to need to move the army over, and I think with annexing the Knights we have fulfilled a mission. Although we already had claims in Aragon. So what was it we needed? Can't be any of those. Unite home region? Nope. Create a grand fleet. Alright, we've created a grand fleet. That's kind of cool. Did we have another mission that was to do with how many galleys we had? Naval dominance. We need more galleys than the Ottomans, which is 52. So I've been sort of thinking about the navy a bit. We could really do with building it, probably rebuilding it, because I imagine all of our existing boats, apart from the ones we recently made, are out of date. I could do with more transports, but we could really do with more ships to back them up. So yeah, that's another thing we could do with concentrating on, as well as all the conquest. Let's get these ships over to New Zealand first. Norway apparently has started colonising. And we've got an uprising. Right, okay. One thing at a time. Frisian separatists in Holland. Oh, why have just one separatist when you can have two? No, that's nothing to do with us. That's fine. Okay, so we've got an uprising there. So that's probably going to depend on where our boats are. Our boats are not yet arrived, so we're not going to be able to do anything easily about that uprising. There are too many people for this army to take on. It's annoying. Although on the plus side, maybe they will attack Portugal as well. You never know, maybe Portugal will deal with them. Failing that, I suppose we could always... Oh, this colony's finished as well. Right, brilliant. That's actually really good timing. How is our force limit doing? We still have room for some more soldiers. So what have we got? So this one is all guns and infantry anyway. So if we build some more soldiers, and I move down there, I also really need to give them... Oh, hang on. Need to work out which leader this group is using. Okay, so they've got the general, Diego. I don't want to be stealing the general from them, just as they're about to enter a fight. So we'll take Jose, the Conquistador. And yeah, we'll sort of gather troops. And in the meantime, we really need to make another colony. So that's fine. So I think I'll start from there and try and link these up. So people are more likely to take this land, I think. Plus it puts us in a good position to make claims on these countries, if need be. Maybe we should even bring our army up here and do that first. Okay, right. So, back over to New Zealand. Actually, they've got quite a way to go. Fair enough. Back over to Frisia. We shouldn't have any major problems here. So the next separatists are going to be in Luxembourg. So we're going to need military access from Liege. Okay. Oh, free monarch point day. So 80% apparently. Fair enough, well that's done. So we should get back over here. Got a ship that's going to make landfall. So I'm hoping that our armies will be able to cope. Although it depends, I mean if these guys go straight here, would they though? I can't see any sign of their country at all. Oh, there's their country. I'm just sort of thinking, surely there must be other lands other than just the ones we have that they see as theirs. I don't see why they should just make a beeline for us. But we'll see. We'll see how many troops we can build before they come to attack us. Okay, I believe this is the colony. Nope, this is the colony, sorry. So let's move our troops. And if the colony still hasn't arrived, I'll move the ships back to Australia for now. So yeah, Australia and New Zealand will both be part of Tierra Austral, rather unlike in real life. I'm also going to subsidise them. I'm not going to subsidise them because I appear to be losing a ridiculous amount of money. That's interesting. When did that happen? Okay, in that case, I need to get rid of that advisor, because I obviously can't afford them. There we go, now I'm going to subsidise them. Try and get them on their feet as soon as possible, as we don't seem to have much competition over here. There's just France, who's getting all of the islands, but we do have quite a lot of colonising to do, so any that Tierra Austral themselves could do would really help. This land here, Papua, doesn't form colonial nations, so we'll probably try and get as much of this land as possible as well, just to be our own land, but I would rather finish the colonial nation first. So, going to have quite a lot to do over here, so even though we don't have tons of competition yet, it's actually more frantic than it looks. Yeah, that's good. Looks like they occupied this area first, which is fine, but also means I should probably bring the ships up. Actually, honestly, I probably shouldn't. What I should probably do is send these ships back to Europe where they belong. And I'll get the Armada Pacifico to come over to ferry troops around on that side. So I need you to head there. So I'm just going to need to take this land back at some point. Oh, his boats aren't still severely damaged. No, they look fine, so they should be fine to make the trip back, which is good. Okay. That's all good then. Oh, this is good. It looks like they're going the other way. So we may actually not have to fight them, which is pretty much ideal. Or if we do have to fight them, it'll only be when they're weakened. No, looks like we're not going to have to fight them at all. Perfect. Okay, so with that in mind, actually I guess that leather cannon can go and recover the territory by itself. Should be fine. Okay, brilliant. Right, what do we need next? We probably need the Conquistador, because I'm hoping that these guys won't be that challenging for an army this size. We should also have a little bit of help from our colonies. Not too much just yet, because we don't have that many. Oh, we need a new advisor. Okay, Missionary Strength apparently is our only option, which isn't very useful. Might go for land maintenance modifier here again, if we're not absolutely rolling in money, which we're not. Go for +1 military again and have the help with the money. Yeah, there's no point doing any missionary work, even though there's quite a lot to do, until we're no longer excommunicated, because we're just losing papal influence as soon as we get it, and missionary work gives you a lot of papal influence in theory. So even though our religious unity is a little low, 20 papal influence. 23 rounds of roads by the Turks. Wow, so I literally just took the island of Malta from the Knights of St. John, and now they want me to give it back. Well, I'm half tempted because it does give me more stability, and to be fair, I have fulfilled the mission now. Which I needed. At least I think I have. Beginning to wonder now. Guess we're going mad. Never mind. To be fair though, I mean, it's quite a lot to give up, given I went through a fair bit to obtain it. And the Papal State hasn't done me any favours recently, so I think I'll just say no. Sorry. And I might use this to gain stability instead. Oh, good grief. Provence is the Papal controller, and of course they've gone straight there. It's just typical. Crying out loud, Cano, keep your separatists under control. I have enough separatists of my own to deal with. Really don't need to be dealing with yours as well. Have we lost a general? Oh, I see, these guys had the general. I took it by accident. Fair enough. So you should have a conquistador. A new national decision: establish Sunday schools. Gives us greater missionary strength. That's fine. I am all for Sunday schools. Right, okay. So while we're in the middle of a load of other things, who are their allies? Can't see Ichma. Okay, let me just pause because I think their biggest ally isn't joining in. So really not keen to... Yeah, there we go, they're both really small allies. Now we can get Portugal to help, but Portugal will probably make claims of their own, so I'm just not going to ask them. I'm going to make do with my own troops. See, the boat still hasn't arrived. Hope it's okay. Oh, it's nearly there. Taking damage, but it's nearly there. That should be fine. So yeah, these are obviously the biggest threat in the region now, apart from Portugal and France, of course. Provence has arranged for our excommunication to be lifted. Thank you, Provence. I owe you a massive debt of thanks. Okay. So with that in mind, we can start having missionaries again. You know what? I'm just going to do a bunch at once. We did, didn't we? We finally lost the effects of excommunication, which should hopefully give us a bit more money. I'm going to do some war taxes anyway, and I'm also going to swap my military advisor, except I can't because I don't have the money. I'll do that later then. Okay. Actually, if you guys can cope with it, I'm just going to... Oh! Okay, apparently I can actually just move across there. Fair enough then. I'll retake that land. The chance of his falling any time. We've got Spanish La Plata coming to back us up. Who's this? Oh right, brilliant. Looks like New Granada's coming from the other side, which is fantastic. That is what we want. as much help as we can possibly get. See, even now when they're not that big, they're still quite nice to have around. Brilliant. Of course, the whole point of this is to make them bigger, so it probably should help, really. The other nice thing about this, it might give us enough troops to realistically take on one of the smaller nations. Where's Apache? Are they quite a way up? No. Clearly I'm going mad. Okay, fine. So if you press the F key for find, always an option. Okay, they're right there, right next to them, but they're still also a one province nation, so might be worth considering. Alright, these guys are heading into New Granada, which is unfortunate. Do a huge amount about it though. Ah, brilliant. Where are we? Okay, next step along. So I'm hoping I've got claims on most of these provinces. I'm also hoping that we might even have claims on the other nations. But we are going to have to make sure we put down these armies one way or another. But we'll get there. I'm just seriously thinking, we've got these two provinces here, another province there. Sorry, 3 provinces, we're building another colony. Just wondering if there's any way we could speed this up even further. You have allies? You don't have allies. So if I just start building a spy network, I was thinking all we're going to need is one more province in theory. That should do the trick. Brilliant. So let's do the 5 papal influence thing, just to give us a chance. Actually, it looks like we might get quite a bit of papal influence for many of these. Maybe because they're Protestant. I'm also conscious that at some point the Reformation is going to finish. I don't think it's finished yet, so we've got some advantages to conversion while it's still going on. So I just want to get in there. Actually, there's some cheaper ones down here. Well, then maybe it's a good time to do all of the Dutch ones while the army's still up there. So yeah, why not? Going for the castle. Not very happy about the size of these armies. When did Charca come into it? Charca wasn't on the... Oh, sorry, Charca's who I'm attacking. Okay, so we've still only got the 3. This is our enormous list of vassals and junior partners. So yeah, we might get some help from the ones further out, to be fair. Obviously... Oh, Castile and Brazil's arrived. Brilliant. That's fine. Got quite a hefty army up here now. Probably take these guys on their own. As soon as we have a spy network. Just need to get my army up there, is the problem. Let's just speed this up for now. Ooh! That was quick. Hey, come on, Portugal's an ally. The time being. It's not a bad thing at all, it's fine. Probably put a little papal influence in again there, just in case the next pope dies as quickly as the last one did. You never know. Wouldn't mind going from being excommunicated to being the Curia controller. Okay, so we can gain the technology safely. What we can't safely do is this. Although at the moment, I don't think we're about to have a battle, so we should be fine. So Gustavian is Nassau again, Highlanders is amazingly Scotland, and Reformed Tercio, oh, Spanish Square, there we go. Not even a question. What's military access? Yeah, you could come in and take my fort back if you want. That your separatists took from me. Thank you so much for that. Bring my army down after the Luxembourgian revolt. Oh. I don't have a Luxembourgian revolt anymore. Oh, maybe because we increased stability. So now we have a Dutch revolt. Okay. Quite glad you mentioned that. Speaking of, let's mothball the forts. With the exception of this one. Move my armies there, so that should force it to happen here, where there's a fort, which would be ideal. But yeah, we shouldn't need forts for this particular war. Cool. We have won the siege. Looks like Portugal is also attacking. It also looks like we can get up there. So that's good. So I'm going to bring my army up to the north to fight them. Wilhelm of Prussia, well, that's fine, because again, they're an ally, and again I'll put 5 papal influence in, and I will start making yet more conversions. So you can get a bit more religious unity around here. Might even get a papal favour eventually if the popes can stop dying for 5 minutes. Yeah, seeing as we have the largest army, I think we should be the ones to get up here and take down the enemy armies. Rather than expecting our colonial nations to do it. We got House of von Habsburg is shaken. Okay. Heritage. So we deny it fervently and lose legitimacy, which probably makes sense, or acknowledge the fact and lose prestige, or we've got more legitimacy, so let's deny it fervently. Salzburg have made the beta. Good to know. I really wish my army would hurry up. It's amazing how long it takes to walk across most of South America. Kyoto has fallen. Yeah. Don't think I want to accept anyone's surrender right now. Unless they're offering me... Oh! Ichma. It's not who I'm attacking, is it? Cede Lima to Spain. No, hang on, I quite like this. Reconciling differences. Oh, Nova Scotia quite likes us. Good, good. Cede Lima to Spain, concede colonial Colombia. That sounds like we're getting some land. We've made a conversion and we've accepted peace terms with Ichna. I think we might have all of their land now. Oh, that was nice. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I see, so that's good. So they've been added onto New Granada, which is brilliant. So who was our other opponent? Oh, they've ceded Lima to us as well. Cool, so that still belongs to Spain, because I'm hoping we're going to have like Spanish Peru or something appear in the midst of all these conquests. It's just whether we can manage it. So we got the slightly alarmingly named country there, which we also need to take. But we need to defeat the armies rather than worry about taking land at the moment. So it better be good. Not unless it's full. No, I don't think so. 2 provinces, are you kidding? No thanks, I think I'll see if I can get 100% wall score. Huge temple complex. Destroy the that is mean. Doesn't even seem worth it, but fine. Apparently that's what we're doing. Right, I'm going to go and try to siege that castle down, because it looks like they're already dealing with the countries down there. So let's see if I can get this capital fort back. Got a new emperor, that's fine. Oh, it probably means... Actually, to be fair, it might not mean anything. Do I have royal marriages with everyone? Yep. Everyone we need a royal marriage with at least. Okay. So if we speed things up enormously, actually thinking about it, we had a spy operating up here. Oh right, apparently we can claim both lands. Okay, not complaining. That would be better. 2 lands is certainly better than 1. Rio Negro has become self-sustaining, which is great. So carry on trying to cut Portugal off. So have to decide at what point we actually want to move across. Might even do it next time, because then all of these lands will be absolutely saved for us. I suppose the only exception would be if someone conquered this country here, which we will probably do ourselves. And then we can just keep pushing down, take as much of this land to the south as we can, and this land, before Portugal can get it. This is a bit of a concern. Now they are being pursued there. Okay, how are we doing? 43%, that's 64% chance of surrender. There we go. Right, excellent. They probably don't need anything else from us. So for my next trek, well, to be honest, I might want to stay in the north anyway. So the question is there anywhere that can sustain this army? 230. Oh, there's a 50. Perfect. Let's go there then. That should be fine. Okay, so still got a way to go. And we've now got 99. Brilliant. Okay, so we can hopefully make quite a few claims now. Oh. I have no objection to waiting until... Hang on a minute, what's Charca doing? That's fine. Looks like they're being defeated. Lost our Conquistador. Yeah, sure. No. No thanks, I want to see if I have any claims on your land first. Take that piece of land as well. We've now got 100% wall score, so let's stop there. What can I possibly get from you? Is that it? I can make you a Spanish vassal, apparently. that'll do them. They won't like it, obviously, but doesn't really matter. Okay, that apparently is as much as we can claim. Let's probably send our aggressive expansion through the roof. And okay, so this is Spain, so I'm guessing this is the limit to the lands that Spanish La Plata can claim. So everything beyond here would be Spanish Peru. So once we call them, which we possibly can't, no, unfortunately we can only call Lima, this will actually become Spanish Upper Peru. So what we're going to need to do is try and take all of these lands. Now this is our vassal. Why do I still have an enemy? Oh, was Cusco attacking? Oh. Fair enough then. I guess I will make a new conquistador and head down to destroy Cusco. Apparently that means going the long way around. Okay, in that case maybe I should just leave it for my vassals to deal with, since that seems a little insane. Also, might want to re-mothball our forts. How are you doing? Except we need to unmothball the Dutch one. Silesia, no problem. I'm basically just assuming that the colonial nations can take Cusco down. Appoint new diplomats 30 diplomatic power, or we can change France's opinion of us and gain 10 diplomatic power. France's opinion of us probably isn't going to do much good, so I'll just do the diplomatic power. Send someone to organise a response is generally the best way to go. Portugal's declared war on someone. I think we and Portugal are in the middle of a big land grab. Both seeing how much of South America we can get. Unless they've just done a North American country, actually, I'm not sure. Still, they haven't dragged us into it, which is the main thing I look for. Right, so we need to get this to 25. Sardinian separatists have, of course, risen up before the Dutch separatists, just to make life as difficult as humanly possible. Oh, right, now the Dutch separatists aren't rising up at all. Okay, so we desperately need our boats back, so we can get down to Sardinia. I think we put them there. Cool. So at least we've got them in the right area. And if there are no more distractions, maybe I can get on with taking this place. Skilled administrator? Yes, please do. Sure they have. Can't be helped, unfortunately. Okay, new self-sustaining colony. So I think you guys now need the conquistador. Because the main thing I'm thinking is we just don't want to get boxed in if we can avoid it. So let's just keep going in a line. Alright. Okay. The ships are there, so let's load them up with the general. And head over to Sardinia. Because I suppose we could always start trying to box the Scots in. Yeah, why not? We'll get them there faster, and we can always explore this land for later. What are you doing? Almost there. I've just realised that once again I think we got the free monarch point day and I completely forgot to actually do it. So yeah, try not to do this. It's always worth getting those free monarch points. Also going to do both of those this time, and coloured that, and demand military support. Perfect. There we go. So apparently we can actually fabricate another claim. I don't know how, because we don't seem to have any land borders with them. But there you go. Right, I'm actually going to need the conquistador back. So, ooh. Alright. Having a war, huh? Right, so our colony is going to be here, that's fine. Need to reclaim a conquistador, and I'm basically just assuming that we're going to be able to take on this nation with just 12,000 people. Unfortunately, they're now allied to the Aztecs, so that is not going to happen. Yeah, I think the Aztecs are going to be too big for that one. Never mind. Okay, so how about you? Apache. So not ideal, because they've still got an ally. There's the Apache. I can't see them because they're almost the same colour as the uncolonised provinces. So I might as well build spy networks on both. Actually, I probably can't fabricate claims, can I? Oh no, I can. Interesting. Seem to be loosening up the rules a bit there. On who I can and can't attack. Right, apparently nothing is going to be done here, so I'm going to give you the conquistador, and you're going to go and attack them. Somehow we've suddenly got access through here, so fine. Also, are we improving relations with them? Because we need to if they're now our vassal. Doing a few things at once today. That's another problem. Let's land on Minorca. Yeah, we're not going to be able to call any of these, are we? We should also carry on with the conversions. Also overdue for a papal favour, right. Okay, well, I've got slightly low prestige, so let's do Bless Ruler, which gives us additional prestige. Go take that. There we go, this is what I was worried about. Counter-Reformation has now ended. So, probably going to have a slightly harder time converting provinces. Does look like these are still working. So, fair enough, not a big issue. We've got a new technology, naval professionalism, which is good because we still haven't got around to building any more boats yet. Sparring claims, well, of course, but unfortunately their allies are, so we need to send an army down here as well. Kano's doing a full-scale war. Excellent. Ah, right, yes. You go there. And we've got an army coming down here to sort these guys out. I'm hoping that we took the army out. Oh no, we didn't. There they are. That's annoying. Fine, better go and sort them out, hadn't we? Unfortunately, they'll probably get that fort because it's mothballed. I didn't realise we had a fort there. I should probably get rid of that. But anyway. Here, galleys and war galleys. No actual transport ships. Fair enough then, we're clearly going to have to come back to pick up that infantry, but they may as well join the local navy. Still need to get more galleys than the Ottomans at some point. Of Augsburg. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to these people very easily. Who's this? Pay 30 ducats to Spain. I don't know. I think we can do better. Maybe I can even give some of your land to our new vassal before we annex them. Now then, where are you going? Assimilation is always good. Colony, oh brilliant! Made a start on New Zealand. Okay, well, Conquistador's kind of busy at the moment, so I'll just take one of the uncovered bits of land. You never know, they might uncover themselves anyway. Given time. Looks like Tierra Austral is colonising already. Brilliant. Hopefully get them to 10 provinces before you know it. That's annoying. I don't think we're going to be able to catch them, so I'm going to focus on sieging this fort for now. Although I think we've got 96 anyway, haven't we? Can we get land? I know we can't make it a call, but can you make it? Oh. I can vassalise them as well. Excellent. We now have too many vassals. Far too many vassals. But at the same time, it gives us a bit more land. I think my troops are also trapped here now, but that land seems to have just enough room to support them, so that's fine. So let's see, do we still have a claim here? Actually, I have no way of knowing. Right, how are our spies doing? Not there yet. Also, not there yet. Just give it a little bit more time. Thinking about it, have we sent our army to the castle? We have not. Need to do that. And apparently we have lost it. Okay. Right then. missionaries going. We only have one now that the Counter-Reformation's over. Right, we have no loans. Now, we have legitimacy, although it's quite high already. Don't need to forgive usury. I mean, we are gaining quite a lot, so we could even wait for the stability. On the other hand, diplomatic reputation is always good, and mercantilism is always good. Currently at 18. Grand ball. Yep, I'm game for a grand ball. I might do diplomatic reputation, simply because it might come in useful for annexing our vassals. Okay, apparently that is now finished, so let's send another colonist. I'm just going to check whether they still have Aztec as an ally. They do. So they're effectively untouchable at present. However, Apache, we now have a claim on their land. You can have a conquistador now. So actually, I'm going to move you up there. Hope you're strong enough to take both. That's right, we do have a truce, but we do have claims on both of those lands. So if we can take those lands militarily, and then I think it takes 10 years before we can annex a vassal. So obviously have to improve relations to 190 as usual, and they're currently very low. But when we can annex them, we should be able to almost join the dots to Lima. The problem is, at the moment, we can't core any of these provinces. They're all greyed out because we don't have a border with them ourselves, which is a problem. So we'll have the makings of a good colonial nation, but we may have to attack these guys in order to actually do it. Okay, we'll see. However, how is our navy looking now? Right, we still have plenty of ships we could build, so I'm just going to build a bunch of galleys in the hope of fulfilling that mission. Don't really like galleys because we're likely to have this armada on the open sea as often as it's in the Mediterranean, but nonetheless. Right, we can also build universities. So how's our current institution going? Manufactories. Yeah, we're not doing badly with it. I'm just wondering if we should build some universities so we've at least got a bit of a head start on maybe getting the next one, even though we do want to embrace manufacturers as soon as we can. So it's a university. Honestly, I'm not really sure what they're for, apart from possibly causing us to, well, basically being a starting point for the Enlightenment. So you generally want them in your higher value provinces, but it probably doesn't matter as much. I think it's probably just if you have one on your capital city, because that gives you a decent chance of kicking it off, and other than that you kind of just want them somewhere in the middle so that they spread well when the Enlightenment hits. So yeah, anywhere in the middle that we can find is always good. Maybe Den Haag? Right. So that'll at least give us a start on the Enlightenment as well, just thinking ahead. Okay, what else? What else? Well, we currently have a diplomat, so these guys have no allies. So even though they're quite big, These guys' only allies are Bonneman. We have a truce with these guys. So yeah, to be fair, might have a go at Fulo. And might even go and get the rest of the army. We got here, people want military access. That's not a big issue. Okay. So up here, can we fabricate a claim? We can. Also stop building a spy network and prepare for war. Just hoping we can actually defeat them with our combined forces. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces. So I'm hoping if we take this one and manage to actually core it, and Apache as well if we can, that they will actually form some kind of Spanish Mexico or something. As soon as we get our diplomat back. In fact, let's leave that for next time, because I've gone quite a bit over. Don't want to do a ridiculously long one like last time. So yeah, not bad at least. We have made 2 new vassals, which we will annex as soon as we possibly can. Assuming we actually can without being able to have core provinces. So we may not be able to, so we may actually need to attack these guys purely to allow us to take just this one province. Because that will link us up to Lima, which is cored, and then we can actually link everything up. But we do also need to take these 2 provinces, which we also have a claim on, so I'll probably do that first, once the truce runs out. Did I see us taking damage there? Yeah, you see we've got the little skull here. So we're obviously gone above the supply limit, so let's just split them up until we actually need them. So yeah, we're just basically trying to supplement our colonising with conquering. And eventually we'll have finished colonising and we'll be ready to turn on to full-on conquering. Okay, right, so I'll leave it there. I shall see you next time.